What's up, YouTube? So as the car show season, well, at least here in Pennsylvania, as the car show season starts to come up, I just wanted to do a quick video on how to detail your car or how to prep your car before a car show. A lot of the things that I do for a car show prep aren't necessarily done for the life of the paint. It is specifically done either the night before or a couple days before or when I'm at the car show. It's things I specifically do there, specifically for that event. So just kind of wanted to fill you guys in what I use, the products I use, a little process that I do and what I found. So basically I use a couple of things. The first thing is I use a glaze. This is Glossworks. Chemical Guys has some leveling agents, some gloss enhancers in here. And I basically go through and I wipe down the car. I wipe down an area here. I'll show you guys in a second. I wipe down an area and I do it a spacious, basically panels at a time. So I clean the area with either waterless wash or it's prepped because it was washed. Wipe down the area. I go ahead and I use a microfiber pad, a square pad, a microfiber block pad. Put Glossworks on and kind of just do straight lines back and forth like this. And I'll show you the procedure here, but I go through and do that. I let it sit for a couple minutes. Then I take a microfiber and I buff it off. And what the glaze does is the glaze is a leveling agent. So it takes any minor imperfections that you would see, say, on an angle or when proper lighting was hitting it. You would see some maybe waves or some imperfections or some minor swirls, and it fills that in and it makes the paint very smooth, which helps the reflection of the paint. And it also has some pretty good gloss enhancers in here, so it really makes the paint look wet. This is what I found, the Glossworks specific. I use Blacklight Radiant Finish on here, usually on the darker cars, but the Glossworks is kind of my go-to last minute prep for the car show. Now, once I'm done with the leveling agent and the glaze, I go ahead and I usually basically just take along my VO7 to the car show with me. And you guys have seen that before. I take VO7 here, take this along with me, and I just basically maintain it then during the show. I wipe it down. Springtime here in Pennsylvania, tons of pollen all the time, so you're pretty much wiping it down every 5 minutes at the show. But that glaze is nice to stay on there, and the VO7 won't really take that off. And it's just kind of like a little, they call it glaze a detail or secret because it helps take care of some of that minor imperfections. And it's definitely, it's really easy to put on, it's easy to take off, and it's just, it's that last final key to really make your car pop. At least this is my personal experience. Again, guys, I'm not a professional detailer. I do not do this for a living. This is just a hobby of mine, and what I found that my personal favorite combo. Outside of the glaze and the gloss enhancing, as far as the car show wise, I just clean the wheels. What I do is, you guys have seen the other video, I'll link it, but I clean the wheels with all my tools and stuff, and I usually try to clean the wheels the night before because any high performance car, or at least this car, has heavy brake dust. So as soon as I hit the brakes one time, i.e. on the way to the show, boom, they're filled up again. So I clean at least the inside of the rim, and then I bring a black microfiber cloth and I use VO7, and I clean all the spokes and everything and try to clean the calipers when I can and where I can when I get to the show. And then the last step is I use some of the Chemical Guys Natural Shine on a foam pad, here, and I just go ahead and go around the edge of the wheels. Other than that, that's pretty much it. The engine bay doesn't really need anything. I upkeep that. It doesn't get too dirty because this car is not driven so much, so I just usually wipe that down with microfiber to take the dust off, and that's about it. So yeah, I did this real short video. I'm gonna go ahead and I have the GoPro set up on the one panel, so I'll show you how to put the glaze on. Again, super easy, but just a little trick, a little tip that I want to give you guys. So hopefully this helps you all. As always, if you like, subscribe. Take care, guys. Okay, guys, here's the microfiber pad. It's just a microfiber foam pad. So I take my Glossworks. We're going to be working on this panel right here. So shake up my Glossworks. I usually just put, for a panel this size, not too much. We'll just do maybe like one line. And set that back down. I like to fold it into the pad here. Basically spread it out evenly onto the panel. Real simple. It's just like kind of putting a wax on. And it glazes over like a wax, so you'll see it on there. As it fills in, as you go ahead and put the product on and it evenly spreads out, the microfiber block becomes easier to glide along. Corner here. Just get this kind of worked in real nice. And that's it. I mean, you can kind of see it hazed a little bit. Hopefully that shows up, but move this over here. Thick microfiber, a pretty good plush microfiber. And we'll just pull all this right off, just like a wax. Flip the other side. Take the glaze off again with the microfiber, it'll glide right across when you're getting most of that product off. Nice and smooth. So that's it. So basically, I'll do this to the entire car. Now I won't do it to the front end because the expel's on the front end, so it doesn't really need to be done. It kind of neglects the having the clear bra on there doesn't allow you to fill the line of scratches in the paint. So I usually just ignore the fenders forward, but that's it. I just maintain them with the VO7 quick spray when I get to the show, and you know, I've seen a difference, especially if you're in an indoor show under fluorescent lighting. You can see a definite difference. So hopefully this guys helps you. Take care, guys.